Hello again, and welcome to another edition of Marty's Midweek Momentum. Midweek Momentum contains ideas, strategies, and tactics to propel your business forward. And today we're going to talk about something that will allow you to close the sale and get your money no matter where you are. And I'm really excited to share today's tip with you. A little background on this tip. I was in Las Vegas last week speaking at a conference. And it was probably among the top 3 most productive and profitable conferences that I personally have attended. Every time I sat down at a meal, it was interesting, it was almost always mealtime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or, no, actually it was meals. Almost every single time I sat down, I got a new client. It was amazing. One particular prospect who I was talking to was so excited to work with me, they were ready to pay right then and there and move forward in working with me for some business coaching. And of course, how do you take payments if you're far away from your office? They don't have their checkbook. They certainly don't have the amount of cash that would take to buy my particular service. So how could you process that transaction when you're far away? Well, PayPal is one option, and I have used PayPal in situations like that where you say, well, what's your email address? Are you on PayPal? And then you kind of grab your mobile phone or your laptop, you create an invoice, you send it over, and you can do that fairly quick. But what if you don't want to use PayPal, or what if they have a credit card and you sell products? What if you sell books, or you sell other types of services? If you're a speaker, you have your books and the CDs in the back of the room. What if you sell memberships to your inner circle? What if you sell widgets out of the back of your truck? I don't know. But the point is, what if you sell products or services and you want somebody to be able to purchase them right then, right there from you using their credit card? And what's the fastest and easiest way to do that? And there are some new services. They've been out about a year, but I wanted to tell you about it because I was surprised at how many people aren't aware of these particular services. And even if they are aware of them, they aren't aware of how important they can be to have. And I fall into that second category because I almost missed out on that sale because I'm not using these services, which has changed now. I am now using one of these services. And now if somebody says, how can we get started? I will say, hand me your credit card and we will go and start right now. But here is a little bit about the mobile services that are available out there. They're called mobile transaction services, and they're mobile service payment processors. And what they do is they allow you to process a credit card using your mobile phone. How about that? You can see this one. This one's called the Square Reader, and the Square was the very first reader to enter the space. And you can see, if you look at the picture here, it's a little dongle basically that plugs into your iPhone earbud port, and you can slide a credit card right through there, and it'll come up with an app on your phone. You can type in the amount of the transaction and process a transaction right then and there. So Square kind of launched this space about a year and a half ago. And since that time, a couple of competitors have come out. Intuit has come out with a service called GoPayment. You can see their dongle also fits right into the headphone jack of a mobile phone, and you can see the app, how that works, and they can even sign it right on the phone. And then a third one has come out called Pay Anywhere. Exact same philosophy that you can run a credit card transaction right from your mobile phone. So the 3 GoPayment and Pay Anywhere. Now another cool feature about these is that you don't have to have the credit card with you, or that your customer doesn't have to have the credit card with them if they know the number, or if you happen to be, let's say you're riding in your vehicle, not driving, very important, you're riding in your vehicle, and you get a phone call from somebody and they want to buy a product or service from you right then and there. Great. Get their credit card number, and you can key in their credit card information right there on your mobile phone, and boom, their card is charged, transaction is processed, and you can provide the product or service that they are looking to buy. So these are very, very cool solutions. If you go to a retail store, you're used to running your card through a slot. Usually it's kind of a big machine, and it has a printer attached to it. This is just basically the same thing, only it's very small. You can see with the square, it's kind of a sexy-looking little square. The GoPayment is kind of a curved model. It's very small, very lightweight. You can keep it in your briefcase, keep it in your glove box, whatever, and process credit cards that way. Now, of the three options, which one is best for you? Well, that's a really, really good question. And so what I did is I broke down the three options so that you can take a look at the differences on the two from a pricing standpoint mostly, but also just a little bit from a services standpoint. So let's just take a look at the screen real quick. You can see that the Square has no monthly fee, and it's a 2.75% if you charge if you swipe the card. If you key in the card, it's a 3.5% transaction fee plus 15 cents. Now, one thing about the Square is that it only works on iPhones, iPads, and Androids. No monthly fee. GoPayment has two different options for your use. If you're low volume and you're doing less than $1,000 a month, then they have a 2.7% transaction fee for swiped payments and a 3.7% transaction fee for keyed payments, but they don't add that little 15 cents onto it, and no monthly fee. Or if you know you're going to be doing more than $1,000 a month on a regular basis, then it might make sense for you to go with their high volume account, and that is a $12.95 a month fee, but it lowers your transaction fees substantially by a whole point, 1.7% for swiped and 2.7% for non-swipe. So that might be pretty helpful for you if you're doing some decent volumes. The other thing about the GoPayment is that it does work on BlackBerry. So it's the only one of the three that does work on BlackBerry at this time. So if you use a BlackBerry and you plan on using a BlackBerry for some time, GoPayment's probably your only option. If you're on an iPhone, you can use any of them. The last one is Pay Anywhere, and Pay Anywhere is also a no monthly fee. They're at 2.69% of the transaction plus 19-cent transaction fee, and 3.49% if it's keyed in plus the 19-cent transaction fee. So mathematically, they're kind of close on the swipes with Square, actually with both of them. They're very, very close. So what you want to look at, something else that's very interesting on GoPayment is that if you use QuickBooks, GoPayment is actually built by Intuit, and they have very good QuickBooks integration. So when you do your transaction, you can hit a button and it automatically integrates that transaction right into your QuickBooks, which can be very, very helpful if you use that particular accounting platform to keep track of all your transactions. So there you have it. Those are the three main mobile payment providers: Square, GoPayment, and Pay Anywhere. I've got my GoPayment unit on its way. It should be here by in the next couple of days, and I will never again miss out on collecting a transaction immediately when I've got a customer standing there wanting to give me money. Now, if you have used any of these payment providers and you have a story you'd like to tell us, I'd love for you to raise your hand and come on the line and tell us. Or if you have any questions about these payment providers, please let me know. With that, that is the end of today's Midweek Momentum tip for your business. I hope you learned something that you can use that's valuable for your business. And for more tips just like this, please feel free to visit www.midweekmomentum.com. I'm your host, Marty Fonke. Thank you